Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the Solano College Sports Network. Before we get started here on our women's basketball game between Solano and Yuba, we will have a tribute at midcourt from head coach Matt Borchard for breast cancer survivors here at Solano.
On your way in, we had informational cards, placards, etc. Tonight is our Play for Kay game to celebrate Kay Yao and her fight against cancer and to raise money for cancer as best we can. You can see our team tonight is in pink shirts. We want to thank Yuba Women's Basketball for participating as well with their black and pink shirts, pink socks. Thank you, ladies and coaches. You guys look fantastic. Much, much appreciated. Every minute, a woman in the U.S. is diagnosed with cancer. Sisters, mothers, grandmothers, daughters, aunts, spouses, and friends. Tonight, we want to help stop the clock on cancer. Tonight's game is about uniting against all cancers affecting women. As a result of her 22-year battle with cancer, Coach Yao had a vision to be part of finding an answer in the fight against cancer. She created these Play for Kay games. Throughout the coming weeks, if you watch basketball on TV through NCAA, Division I, Division II, 3, community college, etc., you will see a lot of Play for Kay games. Teams in pink uniforms, shirts like we are tonight, shoes, etc. Every dollar raised, drug developed, and program funded is in strategic service of saving and extending lives and creating better cancer outcomes. We are louder, stronger, and unstoppable together. Please join in the fight and give hope to a future without cancer by donating today at the kyaofund.com, kyao.com. Informational cards were handed out at the table. There's a QR code where you can donate. Whether you go to that link or other links, we appreciate all the support that you give. A couple things we want to do before the game starts tonight. Also on the way in, you may have participated in the I Play For placards. At this time, if you filled out a placard for who you quote-unquote play for, a person that is surviving right now, thriving, unfortunately may have passed away from cancer that you are celebrating, remembering, all of those names may be on your card. We want to take a moment, all of us, the teams have participated, we want you to participate. We're all going to stand up and we're going to hold our cards up in celebration of all the names that you have written on your cards. So please at this time, can we do that and hold up our cards? Please stand, and for about 10 to 15 seconds we will celebrate. Thank you. At this time, we also want to invite any female thrivers, survivors, as the Kay Foundation defines them. If you have cancer or thriving with cancer, have survived, etc., we want to invite you down to the floor and we want you to participate in our starting lineup tunnel. So we invite those people, if you are a thriver or survivor, or just to make sure that it's as effective and meaningful as possible, if you have a card and you want to come down in celebration of who you wrote on your card, please come down and participate in our starting lineup tunnel. And you can go to both sides. You can go on Yuba's side, our side. If you're from Yuba, please do so. Coach Aaron and I, we need as many people in our starting lineup as possible, right, Coach? Be fantastic. All right, so come on down. We'll give you a minute or two to get down. Welcome, ladies. Yeah, form the starting lineup tunnel. Help them out so they kind of know what we're doing. I'm going to turn it over now to our wonderful announcer for starting lineups. Yes, big round of applause for our thrivers and survivors.
Thank you, Coach Borchard, for that introduction. obviously is Play 4K. If you guys want to donate while you're listening and watching the game, you can if you choose to. And we got a good one in store tonight on a cold Friday night here at Solano College. Luckily, we are inside, though, for some women's basketball as the Solano Falcons take on the Yuba 49ers. My name is Holden Beers, and alongside me is Drew Kirby and Mason Flores on the call for tonight's game. I'll go to you first, Drew. What will Yuba have to do tonight to upset a consistent Solano team?
Yeah, well, Yuba has definitely had their ups and downs this season. Coming into this game 6-13. At one point in this season, they had a 10-game losing streak. Since then, they have managed to win 3 in a row. I'm looking for Crystal Morning Gun Briggs to have a good game tonight. As in Yuba's last win, she put up 19-10 on 9-12 from the field. The 49ers know they have a tough matchup tonight, and my key for them tonight is to limit the turnovers. They averaged 25 turnovers a game this season, and knowing how good Solano is in transition, Yuba is going to have to take care of the rock tonight and limit the live ball turnovers.
Yeah, Crystal been a huge part to Yuba's game this year. She is in the starting lineup for them tonight. Mason, what is Solano going to have to do to keep their momentum going against a struggling Yuba team?
No, Solano's going to have to keep playing through their top 2 players, Megan Donnelly and Natalia Sanchez, their 2 leading scorers with over 10 points a game. And this team is going to have to force a lot of turnovers like usual. They force over 18 turnovers a game. And going against this turnover-prone Yuba City team, they're looking to do that again.
Yeah, and this Solano team has been pretty dominant the past few years in women's basketball, but this year they've been kind of lackluster, not playing up to their standard like we're used to seeing them play at. But tonight they want to get a dub as they are 3rd in conference play right now in terms of the Bay Valley Conference, as Yuba is 6th. We'll set your starting lineups for you. As for Solano, number 1, Samantha Miller. Number 4, Talia Grady. Number 10, Jaden Reed. And at the front court, number 11, Natalia Sanchez. And number 32, Kimani Wilburn. As for Yuba, number 1, Aubrey Whitwright is starting at point guard. Shooting guard, number 5, Emma Fisalahi. Sorry if I mess up these names, ladies and gentlemen. Number 12, Trinity Gibson. Number 20, Crystal Morning Gun Briggs. And number 22, Talia Edwards Wallace.
Yeah, before we start this game, I really want to give Coach Borchard his props. I thought that was a really great speech from him. I really like to see what Solano's doing tonight.
Yeah, my grandmother had breast cancer like 10 years ago. She beat it. I do a yearly walk, 3 days, 60 miles for breast cancer to end it. It's a really nice movement that they're doing, and soon enough we'll beat cancer.
Yep. Yeah, that's awesome to hear, man. Shout out Grandma Flores.
Yeah. And it's great to see that Yuba is also supporting the matter in tonight's game, as they are also wearing T-shirts themselves. As Yuba does win the tip, so they will get the ball to start this game. With the ball, Edwards Wallace. Oh, and a tip pass right there by Kimani Wilburn, stolen to Talia Grady on the fast break.
Yeah, and that's those turnovers I'm talking about. The very first possession of the game being a turnover is not a good look for Yuba.
Jaden Reed for 3. A little too strong.
Yeah, that was such a quick turnover.
Rebound there by Emma Fisalahi. Don't know if I'm saying that right. Pardon me if I get it wrong.
Yuba's got to be under control with their passing and dribbling. That was a really reckless pass right there on that pass possession.
Yeah, and that is already their 2nd turnover on their first 2 possessions of the game, as Solano gets the ball back as Jane Reed is fouled right there. Inbounding it for Solano is Sanchez. Grady with the ball. She's guarded by Edwards Wallace, and she's going to turn it over right there. Yuba ball.
Yeah, kind of just hit her foot right there. Grady's really pretty efficient with the ball. You don't really see too much turnovers from her.
Dangerous pass inside. Another dangerous pass by Yuba. They're looking to reset. Pass inside on the cut. It's tipped away by Sanchez. Will go out of bounds, stay 49ers ball.
This team takes a lot of chances. As you can tell, they throw it in between tight windows, and they got to play cleaner basketball to start this game.
In the corner. Tip pass recovered by Yuba, and the layup is good for Trinity Gibson. First points of the game for either team.
That was a good post possession right there. Getting Natalia up, getting a bucket.
Beautiful pass.
Good pass from Sanchez right there inside to Kimani Wilburn. She gets Layup to go.
That's what Sanchez brings to this team is the playmaking. As she gets a steal right there. She plays like a point guard, and she's 6 foot. So
off the steal, Sanchez misses the layup, but offensive rebound by Kamani Wilburn gets the layup to go. That's 2 straight for her now. Solano leads 4-2. Pass inside, and is unable to save it. That's Crystal Morning Gun Briggs.
It was a pretty good pass. You just got to come up with the catch and get a layup.
So another turnover for Yuba. Now Solano ball to Talia Grady taking the ball up the court now for the Falcons.
This Solano team has a really fast-paced offense. So
Grady.
they're going to have to look for a lot of quick tempo plays.
And a batted pass right there. I believe that's good.
Teammate.
Yeah, it's going to be tipped by Kamani Wilburn. So it will be backcourt violation. Turnover by Solano.
Solano also turns the ball over a lot. They have 18 turnovers per game on the season. That's not great. They need to clean those up. They're a much better team than how they play.
3 ball. No good there. I believe that was Aubrey Whitwright taking the shot. Offensive rebound, though. Reset for Trinity Gibson. Driving in. And a foul is called. I believe that was Edwards Wallace driving in. She gets the foul called. We'll go to the line for 2, I believe.
I like that shot there from Aubrey Whitwright. I mean, Solano's just kind of giving it to her right there. And when you're kind of at a disadvantage, you know, Solano, it looks like they have the talent, at least. I mean, you got to hit those shots. I like the idea of her taking that.
Yeah, and it's been tough shooting the ball so far for Yuba this year. They're shooting, I think, 19% from 3. And that's different compared to this Solano team who shoots the 3 ball very effectively well, I would say. Some games they have their off nights, but usually Solano's really good at shooting the 3 ball. Offensive rebound, though, off the missed free throw as Edwards Wallace goes 1 for 2 from the line. Yuba gets another possession. Emma drives in, and a miscommunicated pass right there to Edwards Wallace, another Yuba turnover.
Just not on the same page there.
It's not Grady pushing the pace off the turnover. Reed passes it over to Samantha Miller. Miller gets the wide open 3. No good, just a little too strong. And good rebound there by Morning Gun Briggs.
Solano's going to have to win the rebounding battle.
Gibson passes it over to Edwards Wallace. Emma at the top of the elbow. She drives corner, shoots the deep 2. Or I believe that might be a 3. It is good to go, though.
It is.
It's a tough bucket.
Sanchez with the ball for Solano. She drives in, kicks out to Jaden Reed, and they're going to call a reach-in foul. It's going to go against number 12, Trinity Gibson. So Solano will inbound with 22 seconds left on the shot clock. Grady over to Sanchez. She'll pass on over to Wilburn. Back over to Reed. She'll drive in and draws the foul. We'll go to the line for 2 is Jaden Reed.
Really good passing by the Solano team, quick and early. Moving fast, faster than this defense, and that was a really good take right there. Get fouled, get to the line. Now you just got to hit these.
First shot for Jaden Reed is good.
Yeah, to your point, Mason, I 100% agree with you. My favorite thing about the Solano team is definitely their passing. Whether if it's just in transition or at the half court, it seems they always get the right read.
Yep. They're very unselfish.
Jaden Reed goes 2 for 2 from the line.
It's good hands.
I like the pressure early by the Solano team right now.
So 6-5 here. About 4 minutes into this game. Yuba trying to get some momentum. And they're going to call timeout, actually, as they haven't gotten many shots up. A lot of turnovers so far for this Yuba 49er team. So far, they already have 3 compared to Solano's 1 turnover. But it's still only a 1-point game.
Yeah, Yuba's getting them to fall. They just haven't gotten a lot of shots up. And the key to success is getting shots up. The more shots you put up, the more you're going to make, most likely, you know? So you just got to pick up these turnovers if you're Yuba I'm sure that's what the coach is telling them, to stay calm and collected. We're just in the starting points of this game, so no need to panic right now. You're only down by 1.
So inbounding the ball for Yuba will be Emma Fisahio. Don't know how to say it. I'm apologize for it. Trinity Gibson on the fast break, though, off the long inbound pass. And they're going to call a jump ball. Good defense there. I believe that was Samantha Miller putting her hands in there.
That was a lot of aggression right there. That's what you like to see. She was not letting go of that.
So Yuba will keep the possession, though, off the jump ball. Inbounding it is Gibson. Pass back over to Gibson. She'll drive top of the key. Pass over to Briggs. No good on the layup. Offensive rebound by Edwards-Wallace. She'll kick it out to the perimeter. Emma driving in. Yuba swinging the ball at 7 seconds left on this shot clock. Emma's got the ball guarded by Samantha Miller. Good pass inside. That's a layup good for Crystal Morning Gun Briggs.
That was really good defense up until that last pass made by
Miller with the ball on the wing. Spin move. Mid-range shot is good. Tough move by Samantha Miller.
That's a tough shot.
Yeah,
This team is just full of talent.
Yeah. Really good inside the arc talent and shot making for Samantha Miller. I like what I've seen so far from her.
Yeah, in their last win on Wednesday, she led the team in scoring. Samantha Miller's been a key piece for them this season. And a blown layup there by Aubrey Whitwright on a good down-court pass. But it is going to be called a foul on Aubrey Whitwright. So on the rebound, she got called for the foul, so be Solano ball.
Again, just like in Solano's last game we covered against Napa Valley, doesn't look like Megan Donnelly will be playing this game. Don't even see her on the bench tonight.
It's rough. That's their best player.
Yeah, she's so key to this offense as well. Her shot creating has been great for them all season long.
Yeah. I think that was a big reason for their loss against Napa Valley.
Samantha Miller, another mid-range shot. This one a little deeper. It gets good to go. And a foul is called on the full-court press from Solano.
Solano needs to communicate more on defense to not allow those backdoor cuts. On those, that's where Yuba's points have been so far, is in the paint. And you know, when you're Solano, you know you're going to make shots. You know you're going to be the more talented team most likely going into a game. It's just about the chemistry you build with your teammates and the communication. Communication is really important on the court when you're playing basketball.
So off the foul, Lucy Alexander will sub in for Solano. Subbing out is Samantha Miller. And back to what you were saying about the injury to Megan Donnelly, I feel like we've been talking about almost every game, but that's a huge part to Solano's game this year, is the injuries have been crucial for them. And Coach Borchard, he talked about it right at the end of his speech there before the game. Talk about them needing people in that starting lineup because they're low on players. And a block there from Natalia Sanchez. And the layup is no good off the second chance rebound from Emma.
Amari Mason hasn't even played this season.
And a good pass from Kamani Wilburn into Lucy Alexander. That gets the crowd going. And a near steal there from Jane Rita. She does end up getting it. So another Yuba turnover. Jane Reed looking to slow it down. Gives it to Sanchez. She's guarded by Crystal Medina, who subbed in for Yuba. And Grady doubled in the baseline. Jane Reed step back mid-range. Doesn't get it to go.
That was good defense by Yuba, but that was a really good shot. I live with that shot if I'm Solano.
100%. I think Solano should really try to start attacking the paint as much as they can. It kind of seems like Yuba doesn't really have a body they could offer inside there.
They don't have the size.
So Gibson will take it up for Yuba. 12-7, Solano leads here, just under 4 minutes to go here in the first quarter. Pass down low to Edwards-Wallace. She just gets it out to Medina. They'll reset with Crystal. Morning Gun Briggs, and her shot is good to go.
Solano has to communicate there on the screen.
And I think they're going to call foul against Yuba.
Delay a game.
Or delay a game against Edwards-Wallace. Subbing in for Solano, Hillary Steinman. Subbing out is, I believe, that was Talia Grady who subbed out. So a foul on Edwards-Wallace.
Edwards-Wallace has a really good feel for the game on defense. It's just physical defense. I think if I was the refs, I would let them play a little bit more.
Steinman gets the screen from Wilburn. Has to stop her dribble, though. Sanchez gets the ball on the tip pass. Passes it into Wilburn. Out to Lee Alexander for three. And no good. Rebounded by Gibson. She'll push the pace.
This Yuba City team is matching the intensity of the Solano team. You could tell they play very physical and they want this game.
So Medina in the corner. Oh, and a good pass down low to Edwards-Wallace. She gets the layup in for two.
That's on Solano not communicating right there. They're not being loud enough and telling their teammates where to be.
So Steinman with the ball, taken up for Solano. Coming off the bench here for the Falcons. Alexander drives in and gets the ball poked out. I believe that was number 5, Emma, and she gets the layup easy and fast break.
That gives them the lead.
I would call a timeout if I was Solano. They're playing a little too freely right now.
So now Yuba with the lead right now, 13-12. Wilburn, good pass inside. Gets the layup to go. Wilburn now with 6 points on the night.
Solano's got their offense right. They just need to make it harder on Yuba on defense. Like those right there, you cannot have when you're not getting back on defense. You have to get back on defense, sprint back on defense, and talk to your team.
Yeah, Kimani Wilburn was just kind of guarding the inbound passer right there. Thought they were in full court press, but they weren't because of that wide open layup.
Yeah. And Morning Gun Briggs now to 6 points on the night. As Sanchez drives in, and she draws the foul on a wild layup. She'll go to the line for two.
Yeah, Sanchez brings everything to the table. She's probably the tallest on the team. She might be the tallest on the team, but she is very strong going into the paint. She creates turnovers for her team. She has a lot of possessions for this team. She gets rebounds. She does a little bit of everything, and that's what you need as a player from her.
First free throw is good for Sanchez. Sanchez has been a pretty consistent free throw shooter for Solano this season, as the second one is good to go.
Substitution for the Falcons, checking in number 1, Samantha Miller, in for Natalia.
So Samantha Miller will sub in now for Solano, as Natalia Sanchez, after she makes both free throws, will sub out for Solano.
You know, I kind of do see Solano go back to that full court press. It was working in those first couple minutes. They were getting a lot of turnovers, but now they're not. They're just playing regular man. And it's kind of like Yuba's just finding a way to get some points on the board now.
Gibson, pass out to Wallace. She puts up the deep shot, no good. Rebound by Wilburn.
The thing about running a full court press the whole game is stamina.
Samantha Miller for three, just a little short. Rebound by Yuba.
Solano does have an extra player on the bench, though. It is an 8-man compared to just 7 for Yuba. But I do see what you're saying, Mason.
Layup no good for Fisalu. Rebounded by Wilburn, and now Solano will reset with Steinman. Drives in, kick out to that's Talia Grady for three, and then she gets it to go.
Yeah, I think she might be the most efficient shooter on this Solano team. I mean, she's got a really good three-point shot.
Yeah, I mean, our last broadcast, she didn't do that well from the three-point line, but we know when she's really consistent from that area of the game, and no one goes up to guard Gibson for three. She misses the shot.
Yeah, Solano catches a break there.
And a good rebound by Lucia Alexander. She gets out to Talia Grady. She's looking to push the pace. Guarded by Gibson down low. And the layup rolls in. Tough bucket there for Talia Grady.
Put her on a gravestone. Oh, my goodness. Yeah, that's weight room right there. That's a weight room bucket.
Driving in is Morning Gun Briggs. Gets the layup to go. Good hook shot there.
Really hard shot to make. The touch you need on that shot, wow. You put in a lot of hours to make that shot.
So Talia Grady subbed in for Jane Reed, who looked like she was getting checked out by the medical staff for a second. Right as the buzzer sounds, Wilburn can't get the layup to go, as that's the end of the first quarter. Solano leads 21-17 in a somewhat high-scoring game here in the first quarter. Not a lot of turnovers as we saw those happening early in this game, but so far only 4 for Yuba and 2 for Solano. Both teams shooting over 40% from the field.
Yeah,
neither team is playing their peak basketball, and it's still good basketball, you know what I mean? Both of these teams are skilled, and I think we're going to get a better game than what we're seeing right now, too.
Yeah, I mean, Yuba just 4 turnovers, on pace for 16. It's about league average, but considering that they averaged 25 turnovers, I mean, that's a huge number, you know? So seeing that they only have 4 in the first quarter, you live with that all day.
That's a plus. And you see how efficient their offense has been. They're getting what they want. They're getting easier buckets, and Solano's had to work for theirs. And they played a little bit sloppier. And Solano, they just need to play with more confidence. They're a little lazy on defense right now. They just need to pick up the pace on defense.
Yeah, I mean, as for Yuba, if you're just down 4 points, that is all you could ask for. Yeah. You just got to keep this game close. Keep it close for 35 minutes, and then try to see if you can steal it in those very last 5 minutes.
And that's what Solano doesn't want, if you look on the contrary.
And that's why I think they should bring back that full court press. You know, they got to run them out the gym. They got to get that lead early on in the game, so that in that back half, you know, then they could kind of take it a little calmer with that 15-point lead, whatever it may be.
That's definitely the reason why they do it. Within the first 5 minutes of the quarter, to just get like 10 or 12 straight points off of those turnovers. But Yuba, they responded well with that full court press, so I think that's why they release it a little bit.
Yeah, and a big reason to why Yuba has a such close margin right now with Solano is they have 5 offensive rebounds compared to Solano's just 1.
Yeah.
So that's been key to them for them tonight as Hillary Steinman with the ball. Solano swinging it on the perimeter, trying to beat this zone. See Alexander, corner 3, no good. And I like to point out in the last game, Lucia Alexander, she has kind of been struggling in their last game. Shot 1 for 10 from the field, so she's kind of been on a little bit of cold streak, and I can see why she wants to get it going tonight.
She just got to bring her intensity on the defensive end. The shots will fall eventually. Everybody gets in the slump, but those offensive rebounds you cannot allow Yuba to have. You have to get a body on somebody.
So Solano back in their zone defense as Fisalou pulls up for 3. No good as rebound there by number 3, Kaylin Macias. As Solano will slow it down, Grady drives in, finds Steinman. Steinman, open 3. A little too strong on the 3-point shot. Rebounded by Yuba.
Those are shots you live with if you're Solano. You got 2 perimeter shooters right there, and you just live with that shot. And if you're Yuba, I mean, you live with them missing those shots too.
Gibson swings it down low. Back to Fisalou for 3. Once again, no good. And you don't want to leave her open if you're Solano. No. She's their leading scorer with 15 points per game this season. As a clumsy, out-of-bounds turnover there by Solano, as it will now be Yuba possession.
That would have been a great save.
Yeah. I thought she almost had it for a second.
And I feel like the second quarter is really where Solano has struggled the most this season. Got to step it up here. I feel like if you're the Falcons offensively and defensively, as Whitwright has the ball, top key for Yuba, and a drop pass by Medina as Yuba turns the ball over.
Yeah, Medina not keeping her eye on the ball, not allowing the ball to come to you. Just play a little more relaxed in that. That'll be a catch.
So Yuba will make a sub Solano will make a sub as Hillary Steinman will go to the bench and Jaden Reed subs back in the game. That's nice to see as she was getting checked out by medical staff. See Alexander for 3, in and out.
The shots are just not falling for Lucia right now.
Whitwright thought about the 3, doesn't pull it. Fisalou fakes the 3, drives in, mid-range shot. It's good for Emma Fisalou.
That's a tough shot right there. She's got a jumper.
Yeah, leading this Yuba team with 15 points per game. High usage rate for this team as Jaden Reed has the ball in the corner for Solano. Talia Grady. Pass over to Macias. Back out to Talia Grady, and it's turned over. Emma, good pass to Whitwright. Puts up the layup, and it's good in the 2-on-1.
Tie game.
Yuba does now tie this game up 21-21. Just over 7 minutes to go here in the second quarter. Jerry Reed with the ball in the corner, guarded by Gibson. Reed kick out to Talia Grady for 3. No good. Rebounded there by Crystal Morning Gun Briggs.
Solano just cannot get the 3 ball to go down right now.
Yeah, so far Solano 1 for 9 from 3. Pass across the court to Gibson. Yuba swinging it right with the ball guard by Jaden Reed. And they're swinging it. Gibson shoots a 3. No good. Rebound by Lucia Alexander. She'll push the pace. Lucia Alexander turns the ball over in transition. Now Yuba will take over.
You either got to slow the pace down there or you have to pass the ball. It's a reckless turnover you cannot allow right there.
Yeah, got to have a plan when you drive in. Got to either know you're going to kick out or know you're going to take the bucket. Happens all the time, just drive in and don't know what to do with it, resulting in a turnover.
Good pass inside to Morning Gun Briggs. She's up to double digits now, 10 points on the game.
Yuba's just playing better basketball right now. They're getting easy looks. Solano is not.
Sanchez, good pass inside to Wilburn. I feel like that's her signature play. Great pass inside to Wilburn from Sanchez.
The game plan should be give Natalia Sanchez the ball and let her do the rest.
Emma Fisalou driving in, fakes the kick out, and airballs the layup. Good defense by Sanchez. Grady on the fast break. Easy layup there for Talia Grady. So now Solano takes the lead in a kind of back and forth game we got here at Solano College. Good defense by Wilburn inside, but the offensive rebound putback is good from Morning Gun Briggs. She's up to 12 now.
Yeah, Morning Gun Briggs is a beast in the paint right now. It's looking like barbecue chicken right there.
So Talia Grady. Pass over to Jaden Reed, and she just bobbles the pass, and it's stolen by Gibson. Pass over to number 2, Cheyenne Dower. And the shot is good from Emma Fisalou.
Solano's got to get under control. Their offense and defense is not under control right now, and they have to pace themselves a little bit more.
Sanchez doubled in the paint, couldn't get the layup to go. As Yuba's gonna call timeout right there after the defensive rebound.
Get their stamina back. They got a short rotation, so you want to take as many breaks as possible for yourselves.
Yeah, I feel like there wasn't a stoppage of play at all, and there's just under 5 minutes to go here in the second quarter, so a lot of playing time right there.
I think Solano could have used that timeout just to recalibrate themselves. On defense, they just are leaving people wide open in the paint, and that's just due to poor communication. There was 2 people on 1 person, and you have to communicate that. You cannot allow 2 people to be on 1 person who doesn't even have the ball. So yeah, it's just little tweaks like that you have to correct.
There's been a couple defensive breakdowns in that zone. I kind of want to see them go back to man-to-man defense coming out of this timeout. I think they were just a little bit better. They were just guarding 1.
Yeah, only the difference is between these 2 teams right now is the offensive rebounding and second chance points. As Yuba up to 6 offensive rebounds and Solano still only at 1. That's the only difference in the rebounding. So Yuba leading the rebounding category 14-9 right now. And also the points off turnovers is actually an interesting stat as well, as we do have live stats for this game. 10 points off turnovers for Yuba on Solano's 6 turnovers, but Solano only has 2 points off turnovers on Yuba's 5 turnovers. So those little kind of aspects of the game have been huge for Yuba getting this lead.
That shows the way Yuba gets back on defense. That shows the missed cooperation on Solano's part, and they just need to pick up on those mistakes if you're Solano.
So Whitright, quick pass over to Fisalou, and she passes a turnover.
Really good adjustment there by Solano. That's the go-to play for Yuba. So.
Oh, and a tough shot there by Jaden Reed.
Oh my
that was
goodness.
deep. That's a bucket right there.
That is the tape measure there.
A steal there from Samantha Miller, as she had just gotten the assist on the 3-ball. And a behind-the-back pass to Talia Grady, and her shot gets blocked on the inside.
Wow. It was a little flashy right there, playing like the Lake Show.
So now Yuba will reset off the transition defense.
Solano's back in the zone.
Gibson pass over to Briggs. Good defense here by Lucia Alexander in the corner. Fisalou puts up a tough shot, good defense, but then Morning Gun Briggs, another second chance opportunity for Yuba that they convert on.
Morning Gun Briggs is just in every possible spot on the court in the paint to get the offensive rebounds.
Grady pushing the pace. Grady with the ball in the corner. She drives in. Samantha Miller. And a bad pass inside there. Turnover. Yuba takes possession now. Wait, right. Oh, and a bad pass. Stolen by Lucia Alexander. As Grady on the fast break. Finds Jaden Reed open for three. Just a little bit to the right, no good.
That was good anticipation on the pass where Lucia Alexander right there.
Pull up mid-range for Emma. Just short, but another offensive rebound for this Yuba team. They'll reset with 20 seconds off on the shot clock. Pass inside to Briggs. And she does not get the foul call as the shot is blocked. Ball does go out of bounds, though. Stay 49ers ball.
Solano needs to keep a body on her.
Yeah. I mean, I feel like on a lot of those offensive rebounds from Morning Guns Briggs, I mean, it's just not even a body on her. It's just an easy layup on a second chance effort.
And Gun Briggs might have hit Jaden Reed in the head with the ball maybe, but she does put up the shot and gets fouled. Will go to the line for two, as she's got 14 points on the night to go along with 6 rebounds.
That puts Crystal Morning Gun Briggs at the line for Yuba to shoot 2.
And there were a lot of fouls called in that first quarter, but that was, I believe, just the second foul call in this second quarter, and we're just under the 3-minute mark here before halftime. And Morning Gun Briggs goes 2 for 2 from the line, and almost stolen there by Edwards Wallace on the inbound, but Hillary Steinman with the awareness to get the ball away.
Yeah, got to be careful there. Good hustle from Steinman.
And they're going to call a travel on Natalia Sanchez, as that was a big part of our last broadcast. I believe there was like 15 travels called both ways in that game against Napa.
It's a footwork issue. You just got to put in the hours on your footwork. It's the small steps, especially when you're ripping through. It's a little stutter step you have with your pivot foot, and that's what it gets you.
So Edward Wallace passes it over to Gibson. Gibson back over to Edwards Wallace. And she tries to get Morning Guns Briggs inside, but it's tipped away by Samantha Miller. Downcourt pass to Steinman. She's doubled. Oh, gets the pass out to Miller, and then to Sanchez. Mid-range shot. No good. And a rebound there by Whitwright.
Samantha Miller had a wide open layup.
And they're going to call a foul on the, as they were trying to trap Aubrey Whitwright.
Yeah, pass out of that layup, that's one you got to take.
Yeah.
But I'm really impressed by Yuba's transition defense. I mean, they're getting back, and because of it, they're stopping Solano's best offensive trait, in my opinion, is that transition offense.
Yeah, I mean, we talk about the three-point shooting, but their transition offense has been one of the top parts of their game this year. As the three ball from Whitwright is no good. Rebound by Lucia Alexander. She's pushing the pace. And she goes up for the layup and gets fouled. She'll go to the line for 2.
That's a really good take. When you have two, I mean, she did have 2 people wide open in the corner, but that's a better take in my opinion. I'd rather take the layup to try and get a foul.
That'll result in 2 free throws for Solano. Lucia Alexander will be at the line.
So Lucia Alexander will get 2 shots at the free throw line after the foul on the layup, and the first one's no good. As Kaylin Macias subbed in for Jaden Reed. And Lucia Alexander goes over 2 from the line, but Samantha Miller gets an rare offensive rebound for Solano. And the ref
Are they
gonna call stoppage of play here?
Shot clock.
I think they wanted to make the sub for Kamani Wilburn, I believe, after the free throws.
Solano catches a break there.
Yeah, that catch a huge break there, as that was going to be a turnover off an offensive rebound. So now they get the ball back with 16 seconds left on the shot clock. Steinman with the ball. Sanchez swing over to Lucia Alexander. Alexander guarded by Gibson. Drives in, and they're going to call a travel on Lucia Alexander. That's another turnover on Solano.
Lucia Alexander does try and get hers, that's for sure. She's trying to get her confidence back.
Good pass inside from Fisalu, and a missed layup there from Morning Gun Briggs. Good defense inside by Solano, and they get the rebound.
Yeah, Sanchez with really good interior defense right there.
Sanchez mid-range shot, just a little too strong. Rebound there by Edwards-Wallace. So Yuba now with another possession.
Communicate. You got to communicate.
Whitright, corner three. Just a little short.
Solano got really lucky with that shot right there. Need to call out corner.
Warburn. Pass to Sanchez, and another Solano turnover as Sanchez was trying to save it going out of bounds.
I'd be really surprised if Solano doesn't come out and have really more controlled, slowing the pace down, because this fast pace is not working against this Yuba defense. This Yuba defense is matching their pace beautifully on defense, and they just got to switch up the scheme right now.
Yeah, I think statistically that the third quarter is where Solano thrives in their last few games. That third quarter has been where they've really gone on huge runs to take leads in games, as Whitright drives in, and she's going to get called for a travel as she got doubled by Steinman and Macias.
Good defense right there.
And Jaden Reed will sub in for Solano. Checking out is Natalia Sanchez.
Just communication. That's all it really is. Solano is a good defensive team. They just need to communicate. That's all it comes down to.
Reed with the ball in the corner. Gives it to Lucia Alexander, and a tough pass to Jaden Reed, but she just gets it off. Pass over to Steinman for the three. Way too strong. And a down court pass. Beautiful pass by Whitright, or to Whitright, excuse me, and she gets the layup to go.
That was like a Jokic pass. Oh my goodness, that was amazing.
And that was right before the clock expires for halftime, as Yuba with momentum goes into halftime with a 5-point lead, 33-28. Solano down. It's been a rough first half for this Falcons team.
Yeah, somebody get her on a football field ASAP right now.
Yeah, I mean, for Solano, I think they just really got to step up on that intensity level, you know. Get pressed up, get as many turnovers as you can, stick to man, you know, and just don't let anything inside the paint. You have to stop the center. You can't allow any second chance points. And as for Yuba, I'm sure they're going into this game again thinking, you know, just keep it close, just keep it close. If I'm the coach of Yuba, I'm going into that halftime locker room, and I'm telling them this is not a game that we just need to keep close. This is a game I think we could win. I know we could win. And that's definitely going to help their mental just aspect of this game, and I think they got a really good chance.
They came into the game with that mindset. I mean, the way they played isn't scared. They're not scared of anything. You know how much confidence you have to have in yourself in your game to throw a pass 90 feet down the court? That's a really good trait to have. In their passing in general is just amazing. The court vision that everyone has on the Yuba team is just completely different than Solano. Solano's has a lot of tunnel vision right now, and tunnel vision meaning they're looking for one read, one drive. They need to be better at opening the floor and creating themselves better looks.
So Solano down by 5 going into halftime, but don't go anywhere as we will be back as the third quarter starts in just about 13 and a half minutes.
Hi, my name is Eric Visser. I'm in my 5th year as the athletic director of Solano College. To experience community college and its mission has been an outstanding experience. Solano College has a very rich tradition in intercollegiate athletics dating back to 1947. I'm very proud to communicate that rich tradition is still being continued with fine young men and women that represent Solano College on and off the court. In the fall we have the volleyball program. We have a very successful women's soccer program. We have both men's and women's basketball. And then we transition to 4 programs: baseball, of softball, men's women's tennis, and men's and women's swimming. It is our mission to excel our programs and our student athletes in academics. All of our student athletes are committed to give back to the community. And we would invite you to be a part of Solano College Athletics by visiting our website www.solanoathletics.com, and you feel a warm welcome at Solano.
College just got affordable. Up to 100% of enrollment fees can be reimbursed for first-time college students taking full-time classes. At Solano Community College, we are taking full advantage of this to further your future. With certificate and degree programs in industrial technology, aeronautics, biotechnology, and many others, Solano Community College is a staple for success. For more information, please contact the Financial Aid Office at 707-864-7000.
Welcome to TV 55. In this hands-on class at Solano Community College, you will learn all aspects of television production, how to use high-end cameras, lighting, and audio equipment in the field and right here in the studio. Whether you are looking at making better YouTube videos, educational or promotional segments, or finding your creative passion, enroll today. Get an art school education at the fraction of the cost. Visit us online at solano.edu.
If you are interested in a career in sports broadcasting, whether you're commentating a live game
or hosting your own TV show,
for more information, contact Greg Poff. That's me at solano.edu.
We hope to see you here next semester. And remember,
It's more than just sports, it's an education.
Kimani Wilburn here. Thanks for watching the Solano College Sports Network.
And we are back to start the second half here at Solano College as Yuba surprisingly has the lead here, 33-28. They put up a good fight so far in this game. A lot of hustle from their players.
And I'm not surprised after the first quarter. They look like a different team than what I scouted. I mean, they just came out with more energy, and they're matching the talent right now that Solano has.
Yeah, I mean, it just looks like Yuba wants it more. Really hoping in the second half, Solano picks up the energy.
Yeah, and usually the third quarter is where Solano thrives as Wallace puts up the mid-range and it goes. So Yuba starting off this third quarter strong as first possession, first bucket.
Yeah, Yuba's synergy on offense is a lot better than Solano's right now.
So Sanchez passed over to Wilburn, back out to Jaden Reed. Pump fakes to three, not there. Gives it to Samantha Miller. 12 seconds left on the shot clock. She's looking to reset. Pass over to Wilburn, and it's a bad pass stolen by Fisalou.
Yeah, it's good hands right there.
And a steal there for Jaden Reed. Fighting for the ball down on the ground.
It took 40 seconds to call a jump ball.
And it will be Solano ball off the jump ball.
I never liked the possession arrow in sports. Just do jump ball in every single aspect of the level of basketball.
Yeah, I agree.
I do agree with that as well, Mason. I mean, only the NBA does that, and I hate that
It doesn't make any sense to me.
all levels of college do it. High school does it, and
Little League doesn't let's just jump ball.
yeah. Samantha Miller pulls up mid-range. No good. Rebounded there by Fisalou. There she's pushing the pace. Good pass down to Whitright, but good defense by Samantha Miller on the post. But another offensive rebound, which was huge for Yuba in the first half as the ball hits our PA Mike.
That was a beautiful pass again. Oh, my goodness. The window there just floating it over the defender. Man, I feel like I'm watching the best football game ever.
Yeah, some great passing so far, especially by this Yuba team. As a pass down low right there from Fisalou into Gibson. Almost had an open shot.
Another good pass, man. Oh, my goodness.
So back out to Emma Fisalou, the leading scorer per game for Yuba as Whitright goes in and draws the foul. She'll go line for two.
Passing is such a beautiful aspect of the game that teams don't really utilize a lot. Just if you have a player who specializes in passing, your offense should be around that person.
You know, I can't agree more. Those players that are just really good at passing without getting turnovers, it's a beauty to watch, game in and game out.
Yeah,
You're 100% right, Mason.
Yeah, it's like the LeBrons, the Westbrooks, the Jokic's,
Oh,
the Halliburtons.
there we go.
And She goes 1 for 2 from the line, but they get the offensive rebound as Whitwright. Good hustle right there to get the rebound.
Oh, man.
And a good pass there by Fisalou, but it's juggled by Edwards-Wallace. Pass inside to Fisalou. Another good pass to Gibson. They're going to reset with 7 seconds left. They got to get going here. Edwards-Wallace, 2 seconds. Got to put a shot up. And air ball is the mid-range shot, and they're going to call a shot clock violation as it did not hit the rim. As Solano will make a sub as Lucia Alexander will sub in.
Fisalou throws such good passes that her teammates are just caught off guard. It's just like, man, it's crazy.
Yeah, I mean, that's kind of what happened on that possession. Had multiple opportunities to shoot the ball right there as almost a turnover there from Solano. Jaden Reed drives baseline. Pass over to Lucia Alexander, and good awareness there from Fisalou to tip it in the passing lane. Almost saves it. Fighting for the ball, Samantha Miller, and Yuba ends up with it, and Fisalou gets the layup to go. The hustle of this Yuba team has been phenomenal tonight.
Fisalou is just everywhere on the court.
So now the lead grows to 10 for this 49ers team, and another steal, but she steps out of bounds off the steal is Edwards-Wallace, so Solano will get the possession back. What a start to this third quarter here for Yuba, offensively and defensively.
Yeah, I mean, we're looking at a 10-point lead now for Yuba. I mean, I would have never predicted this coming into this game. I love what I'm seeing from Yuba.
Yeah, 6-13 going into this game, 3-5 in conference play, lost 3 of their last 6. Talia Grady for 3. They needed that but could not get to go. Offensive rebound, though, by Jaden Reed. Gets it back out to Grady with 15 seconds left on the shot clock. Grady looking to create something. Pass out to Samantha Miller. She'll shoot the 3. It's good. Samantha Miller puts in the 3 ball. Solano finally scores here in this third quarter as 7 minutes left to go. They put up a 3-point shot down by 7.
Much needed 3 right there. And I'm really impressed with Yuba's intensity on offense and defense. Just the hustle, the effort, and they play so fluent. And it's just beautiful basketball right now.
Yeah, and I mean, they were able to get that 3 from Samantha Miller because of the offensive rebound. And so far in this game, Yuba has been destroying Solano on the offensive rebounds. You know, that's great to see for Solano. They need more of that in the second half.
Yeah, so far Yuba has 10 offensive rebounds compared to Solano's 3. It's a pretty big difference, and offensive rebounds can really decide a game because they can turn into second chance points for teams.
Yeah, and I mean, that's really what we've seen with Crystal Morning Guns Briggs. She's probably got, 12 of her points?
Man.
From
putbacks.
Putbacks, yes.
Yeah, and she has 6 rebounds tonight, but I believe almost all of them are offensive rebounds.
And she's just now getting in, so this team could, this league could get worse.
And Emma Fisalou, the leading scorer points per game tonight for Yuba, having a quiet night with just 10 points, but 5 rebounds and 5 assists. 5 for 13 from the field. She's having a solid game as well, and defensively. And this Yuba team has been solid all around. They get the ball here after the timeout.
Solano needs to outshoot this Yuba team.
And they're calling a legal screen on Morning Gun Briggs. Turnover there from Yuba.
If Solano can get the 3-point shot to fall, I think they can win this game and pick up the defensive intensity.
Yeah, so far Solano only 3 of 14 from the 3-point range, 21%, not a good rate. As Jaden Reed with the ball here for Solano off the turnover. See Alexander gets the ball in the corner. She drives in. Goes up on 3 people and just throws it out of bounds. Turnover for Solano. And now Yuba will take possession.
Wow.
So after the clumsy turnover for Solano, Aubrey Whitwright has the ball here. And the mid-range shot goes up for Fisalou and just goes out, and it's rebounded there by Kamani Wilburn.
Good defense by Solano right there.
And Jaden Reed gets fouled driving into the lane. Was on the floor though, so will not get free throws for that.
Yeah, Alexander tried to get fouled right there on that layup attempt. 3 people around her. You know, it's not a terrible attempt. She was trapped right there. It's a tough spot right there.
So
she needs to avoid that.
Hillary Steinman will sub in for Solano. Subbing out is Talia Grady. Jaden Reed drives in off the inbound. Puts up a tough layup. Doesn't get to go. And Kamani Wilburn gets offensive rebound and cannot get the putback. Edwards-Wallace gets the rebound, and she'll slow it down here for Yuba.
This defense is just moving.
Yeah. I mean, really, just such a highlight to Crystal Morning Gunsbury. She's been so awesome on both sides of the ball tonight.
And a good pass there from Fisalou is mishandled there. I believe that was Trinity Gibson on the backdoor cut. Turnover out of bounds. Solano will take over. And Jane Reed will sub out for Solano. Subbing back in is Natalia Sanchez. Steinman using her speed to her advantage. Passes it over to Samantha Miller. Tough shot. Gets her own offensive rebound though off her shot. Juggles the ball. And it ends up in the hands of Wallace.
Yuba is playing really intense right now.
It looks like Crystal took a second to get up. Trying to walk it off right here.
Yeah, they're going to see if she's going to keep playing. It was a pretty physical part of the game right there.
Yeah, I think 2 players hit their heads.
Yeah, and Samantha Miller, I believe, was the other one that hit her head, but she ran right back down the floor after losing the ball.
This Yuba team is playing really physical, but just enough to not get called for a foul. They went straight up there on that shot. It looked like it was a foul, but the refs are letting them play, and that's what it went straight up. It was clean.
So subbing in for the injured Crystal Morning Gun Briggs is number 13, Crystal Medina. And Yuba will turn the ball over right there. Solano will get another possession. Down by 7 with 5 minutes to go here in the third quarter.
Solano needs to get something easy right here, get an easy layup or open shot.
And I just looked up at the big board, and Megan Donnelly, who we talked about, they are missing tonight, was the athlete of the month here for women's basketball at Solano in December.
I mean, she's clearly been missed. Her intensity on defense and her consistency on offense is really missed on this Solano team, and she's giving you easy points for mid-range and defense. Ooh.
And a huge block there from Lucia Alexander after she turned the ball over on the offensive end, as Medina was looking to get an easy layup on the down-court pass, but Yuba retains the possession. Fisalou, good pump fake, and mid-range shot goes in for Fisalou. She's up to 12 points now. Does have 3 fouls, though, so she does have to be careful to foul out.
She's got to have, like, 5.
I think she is at 5.
So Talia Grady goes up for the layup, gets fouled, will go to the line for 2. Talia Grady has 7 points tonight. Looking to get up to 9 and cut this lead back down to 7 as Yuba's up 40-31. First free throw is good, and Yuba being at the 40-point margin, I like to point out they only average 45 points per game, and they're up to 40 right now, so their offense has really been playing better than they normally do against a team like Solano. So it's been a great night so far for Yuba as Talia Grady goes 2 for 2 from the line.
And I'd like to note, Solano scored 13 points since the first quarter. That's not good enough.
Yeah, that is a true
it
stat.
Might be 12. It might be only 12.
And no, it is 13. You are correct, as they scored, or it is 12 as they scored 21 that first quarter. They've only scored 5 here in the third, and only 7 in that second quarter.
It's not good enough. Not good enough. And it was really the Yuba City team not letting the turnovers get the best of them. I mean, they got back on defense and weren't giving up any easy buckets.
So Talia Grady with the ball here for Solano as they're down 7 with 4 minutes to go here. Steinman now with the ball, drives in and takes a hard fall on the layup, gets up quick though, and they're going to call a block shot out of bounds, staying Solano ball.
Wow.
So Talia Grady will now inbound it for the Falcons.
Steinman looks pretty angry right there.
Good pass inside to Natalia Sanchez. She gets the layup to go, and that wakes up this crowd a little bit as they cut it to a 5-point deficit.
And that's a great play right there. As you see, Alexander got the screen and tips it out of bounds.
Yeah, good job by Lucia Alexander having the awareness to get in that passing lane.
And she was brought on this team for shooting mainly, but her defense has been really felt this third quarter right now.
And a good job by Samantha Miller to get a hand in the passing lane right there off the inbound. Talia Grady ends up with it. She's pushing the pace for Solano. Steinman in the corner. Pass over to Sanchez. And Sanchez going to get, or excuse me, it's going to be called a foul on Yuba. Number 22, Talia Edwards-Wallace gets called. That'll be her third. So now Solano will inbound as they are, I believe, one foul away from the bonus.
Good take by Sanchez right there.
Inbound to Samantha Miller at the top of the key. She'll look to create. Over to Lucy Alexander. She wasn't paying attention, and that ball is going to go out of bounds. Yuba ball.
Oh, man, got to keep her head in the game right now.
I think the communication, we talked about at halftime, the communication as Coach Borcher just has hand on forehead.
It's a lot of frustration right now for him. And a lot of frustration, but you would make it seem like they're down 20, but they've kept this game close.
Yeah, good defense so far by Solano as they get a tip right there and force a turnover by Sanchez. Another call, a foul, I believe, on Edwards-Wallace. That's going to be her fourth, so they're going to have to bring in Morning Gun Briggs, as Edwards-Wallace was the only other big on the court. But that will put Solano in the bonus, I believe, for 1-1 free throws now. So Steinman will go to the line.
Yeah, that's huge for Yuba because Talia Edwards-Wallace has been playing a great game tonight. If she fouls out, I mean, that's a huge loss for Yuba in that final stretch of the game in that fourth quarter.
I mean, she's actually leading their team in rebounding right now with 7 rebounds. She's also got 5 points to go along with it. And the offensive rebounding has been huge for Yuba tonight in keeping their lead as the first free throw is airballed by Steinman on what's been a pretty cold night for her so far. But it is 2 free throws.
The last time I was on a broadcast, I went on a really big tangent about free throws.
Offensive rebound off the missed free throw. 2 offensive rebounds actually after the putback is missed by Wilburn, and Samantha Miller got the rebound. Back out to Miller. 10 seconds left on the shot clock, and a good defense so far by Yuba. Sanchez got to get a shot off. Pass over to Wilburn inside. Blows the layup. Offensive rebound, no good. And that's a shot clock violation as it did not touch the rim on any of those shots. So that's going to be a turnover. Yuba ball.
Yeah, that's unfortunate. They can't produce off of those really nice passes from Talia Sanchez.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
And a beautiful pass there by Emma Fisalou down court.
Fisalou just putting on a show right now.
Well, she could play quarterback.
She
definitely like Caleb Williams out there.
Fisalou puts up the 3. No good. Rebounded by Sanchez. She's going to push the pace. Ooh. And she just loses the ball. Mishandled it. Down court pass. Another turnover. This has been a lot of sloppy basketball so far from both teams. 2 minutes to go here in this third quarter.
Yeah,
still 40-35.
Just got to clean those up. If you're both teams, just got to clean those up. You got to execute. You're getting good looks, getting good feels. Just got to clean it up.
Sanchez drives in. Good pass to Wilburn. That time she gets the layup to go. Non-existent defense there from Yuba. Now a 3-point game. Down court pass to Medina. She'll reset. Pass over to Gibson into Fisalou. Drives in. Misses the layup. Good defense by Samantha Miller. Now Sanchez pushing the pace. 3-on-2. And she'll just take it herself. Man. Good layup on the reverse right hand.
Put him in a blender. Look at the move. Oh, my goodness. That was tough.
And now on a 8-0 Solano run, Yuba's going to call timeout in a 1-point game.
Yeah, that's a great run from Natalia Sanchez right there. I mean, she's going to have to take over this game if Solano wants to win this game, really. She's going to have to put the team on her shoulders.
Yeah, Natalia Sanchez has been a huge contributor, I feel like, but only 6 points so far, but has 4 assists and 3 rebounds.
And it's, it could be a lot more than just 4 assists. She's really setting up her teammates very nicely.
It could be 10. I mean, it's just miss shots and not capitalize and just not catching the ball.
Yeah, I mean, the shooting has been rough for Solano tonight. As I'm just going to point out some stats here for shooting. Sanchez herself is shooting 2 for 7, but Jane Reed 1 for 6, Lucy Alexander 1 for 6, Steinman's 0 for 3, Talia Grady's 3 for 7, Samantha Miller's 3 for 7. Wilburn's really been the most consistent shooter, 5 for 9. also has 8 rebounds on the night, but only 33% from the field as a team. But right now, they're on a good run, 8-0 run. Yuba had to call timeout, see if they can get something going here as Solano's going with this full court press.
I like it.
And they're going to call a blocking foul, I think, on Samantha Miller right there. Just wasn't set up in position to draw a charge on Fisalou. And that's huge for Yuba, actually, because if that was a charging foul on Fisalou, that would have been her 4th foul.
It's really a quarter court press. It's not really a full court press because not everyone is past the half court line. It's like a little bit further than half court press. It's different. I'm telling you. I'm not trying to nitpick, but it's different.
Yeah, it is. And
it's different from the one we saw earlier.
And Hillary Steinman will sub out for Solano. Subbing in is Kaylin Messias. So Gibson with the ball here. Minute and a half to go here in this 3rd quarter. Yuba up by 1. Just 10 seconds left on the shot clock. They're swinging the ball around. Got to find something. Briggs gets it stolen by Lucia Alexander, who's been huge on defense tonight. Over to Sanchez. Sanchez will just drive in, puts up the layup, and one! Natalia Sanchez doing it herself in this Solano run. Gives Solano the lead.
Put her in the weight room. There's a reason she was a conference player of the year last year for her high school, and just showed it right there.
Yeah, I love the aggressiveness from Natalia Sanchez. I know once she gets in there, a lot of times she kicks it out. Sometimes you just got to take it.
And free throw goes in and out on the and one as Samantha Miller is looking to get treated on the bench. Could be a huge loss for Solano as Crystal Medina gets the layup to go. First points of the game.
Solano did take.
And a turnover there by Solano. It'll now be Yuba's ball after they take the lead 42-41.
Solano did take their first lead since the 2nd quarter, the beginning of the 2nd quarter. So it's really good for them on this run.
So now Gibson with the ball for Yuba. 46 seconds left here in the 3rd quarter. Pass inside. And one for Emma Fisalou. She's got 14 on the night, looking to get 15.
Just too slippery in the paint.
That's a very impressive pass. I did not expect that to end up in the hands of Fisalou.
Yeah, it was a great pass from Trinity Gibson. Been kind of a good underrated facilitator tonight for Yuba. As this and one free throw is good for Fisalou. She's up to 15 points now and gives her team a 4-point cushion.
Fisalou, it doesn't even seem like she scored that many, but it just comes so easy to her.
Talia Grady gets the screen from Wilburn. She'll drive in. Layup is good on the left hand.
Really good take right there.
So 25 seconds left. No shot clock here for Yuba. They're going to try and get this last shot before the end of the 3rd quarter. Up by 2. Briggs bounces off her foot. And we'll see what the refs call, as it looked like Macias might have come up with it. And they're going to call a jump ball. And it'll stay 49ers ball.
Yeah, that's good hustle by Macias, though, just to pounce on that ball.
Yeah.
And force jump ball.
Something Cam Newton couldn't do in the 2015 Super Bowl. Lucia Alexander guarding Crystal Medina. Fisalou puts up the shot, no good. Fighting for the ball is Wilburn and Fisalou off the miss with 7 seconds to go. And it'll be Solano ball after the jump ball arrow
Solano
will
needs
go.
to know that it's 7 seconds. Yep, they do.
They're going to roll the ball for Talia Grady, so the clock won't run until she gets it. 7 seconds, 6 seconds now. Grady.
Give a shot.
Or Lucia Alexander. She'll put up the 3. Just off as the clock will expire to end this 3rd quarter. Yuba's up 45-43. Solano actually ended up winning that quarter 15-12. So a good run by Solano to end those last 2 minutes. It's been a close game so far.
Yeah, I mean, it's really been wild, up and down. If you're Solano, you just have to go into this. None of this matters. All those 3 quarters, none of it. Take it out of your brain. It's the 4th quarter. All you got to do is just outscore Yuba by 2 points, and you win this game despite everything that's happened so far. It hasn't gone their way.
A very sloppy game by Solano and a really clean game by Yuba. I mean, they do have turnovers, of course, but their offense seems easier, and they've been in the flow, and their defense has been really big intensity. And Solano just needs to pick up their pace and win this game for themselves.
Yeah, now we're entering the fourth quarter. It's almost even on both sides. 19 turnovers for both teams. And Solano actually had 5 offensive rebounds in that third quarter compared to Yuba's 1. So we talked about Yuba's offensive rebound being a huge part of their game. And they weren't doing any of it there in that third quarter. And field goal percentage is basically the same, 39% for Yuba, 35% for Solano. It's a really neck-and-neck game. It's just the free throw shooting for Solano been kind of lackluster, 6 for 11, and Yuba's 5 for 7, so a better percentage overall.
Yeah, I mean, the theme of this game has been very obvious. You want to win this game, you got to win the battle on the glass. You got to get those rebounds. Solano did that quarter, and because of that, they won that quarter.
Well, I want to say the transition battle as well. Both teams getting in transition. I feel like Yuba's done a much better job in transition compared to Solano. But on that run, Natalia Sanchez did a great job in transition multiple times. So we'll see what Solano can do here in this fourth quarter. Down by 2. 10 minutes of basketball to go.
Yeah, you know, and another thing about Yuba, when we're scouting them, we only look at the offensive stats. I think the signs are always there. They're just a great defensive team, really. In their last win versus Napa had 5 points in the second quarter. Only 5 points.
Wow.
So they're just a great defensive team, really.
They got size. They got enough size.
Yeah, and Fisalou been a huge contributor for Yuba tonight. Passes it out of bounds. As good defense there by Solano. Didn't really give her anywhere to go with the ball.
Great defensive look after the timeout.
So now Solano down by 2. Samantha Miller.
Shoot that.
Shoots the 3 ball. Oh, just short, or just a little bit too much on it. And Jaden Reed didn't go to save it. Samantha Miller thought she could have tried to save it right there. Try and get an offensive rebound for second chance points, but nonetheless, Yuba does get possession. Fisalou passes over to Gibson. She'll shoot the 3 ball. No good. Now Yuba's 0 for 9 from 3 tonight as Sanchez gets the ball. Oh, and a good pass from C. Alexander. C. Grady had a 3-point shot to shoot. Didn't have it. Samantha Miller, 3-point shot. Way off. Rebounded, though, by Jaden Reed. And they're going to call timeout before the jump ball is called. Smart timeout there by Coach Borchard. And this is a huge possession for Solano on the second chance opportunity, down by 2.
Yeah, in the fourth quarter, in a game like this, every possession matters. So being able to call that timeout, talk some things over, and remain possession of the ball, that's huge for them. The question is, where do they go after the timeout here? Who do you look for to get a shot off?
Yeah, I mean, it's
Sanchez or Miller. Out of this timeout, I look for a screen and roll for Natalia Sanchez. I slip off a screen and get a layup.
Yeah, I feel like the offensive creation has just been really tough, especially with Megan Donnelly not being in the game, obviously, for Solano. And they look for Sanchez. She pulls up mid-range, fade away, just short. Good hustle there by Lucy Alexander, but she did step out of bounds trying to save it.
Man, I'm just a basketball coach. I knew exactly what play they were going to draw up.
Yeah.
It's a good look.
So now Solano going to go with that full court-ish press.
Yeah.
And a good steal there by Talia Grady on the inbound over to Lucy Alexander. She'll swing it to Sanchez. Sanchez, spin move, mid-range shot. No good. Rebounded there by Gunn Briggs. Yuba's going to try and slow it down.
I like the pressure right there from Sanchez. Drew, I think now this is where you want to go for a full court press.
And Fisalou gets an easy bucket down low. She's up to 17 points now. Puts the lead to 4 now for the 49ers. Talia Grady, tough layup. Good defense there by Trinity Gibson. Almost loses the ball, though. Gets it back.
And that's why I think they should do the full court press. They're making them rethink their options. Speed up their thought process if you're Solano.
Ball in the hands of Whitwright. She gets a screen from Fisalou, and she kind of falls over and draws the foul.
She's done everything for this team.
Might have been a little bit of a flop, in my opinion, but I don't want to be too biased here on the Solano College Sports Network.
You got a person running into you. I mean, it's hard to not fall now.
So Yuba off the foul will retain possession with a reset shot clock to 20 seconds. Whitwright has the ball top key, gives it to Emma Fisalou. Back over to Briggs. She drives in off the screen. Layup, too strong. Rebound by Wilburn. Wilburn will push the pace. Oh, and just misses the bounce pass with Samantha Miller. Turnover again by Solano.
It's a bad pass. She was running the break, though. That was quick.
So now Solano keeping this full court press, down by 4 with 7.5 minutes to go here in this game. And Briggs gets past half court, just running.
Oh, man.
Gibson. Back over to Whitright. Over to Fisalou. She's looking for something. Puts up the shot. Mid-range, floater's good for Fisalou. She's up to 19 now on the game.
Tough make. That's a tough make.
And a mishandled the ball by Jaden Reed. Ball goes out of bounds. Another turnover by Solano.
Yeah, that's just good defense from Emma Fisalou there. I mean, to me, she's looking like the best player on the court right here.
Easily the best player
I can't help but notice she's wearing, I think, some Curry 1s or Curry 2s, which is some
those
OG
are-
shoes
that.
I personally used to wear back in the middle school days.
I never did. I was always a LeBron guy, so.
Yeah, I had the PG ones.
Still a close game, though. 6-point deficit for Solano. Mid-range shot by Wallace, just short. Barely hits the front room as Lucy Alexander gets the rebound, pass over to Sanchez. Sanchez drives in, pass over to Miller. Swings it to Lucy Alexander for 3. No good. And the ball is rebounded by Fisalou.
That's just. The shot's not falling right now for Alexander.
It's good to see Edwards Wallace back into this game. Again, you got to remember she does only have 1 foul. She's got to be conservative.
Yeah, it's tough. She's in the paint right now on a fast break from Sanchez, but she'll slow it down.
Good job slowing down the pace. You knew it was 3-on-1.
Grady with the ball in the corner, passes over to Sanchez. Sanchez swings it to Lucy Alexander. She's guarded by Fisalou. 6 minutes to go here in this game. 10 seconds left on the shot clock. Got to look for something if you're Solano. Samantha Miller for 3. Just a little too strong.
They got to start getting things to go. Oh, there it is.
And a steal there by Sanchez, but they're going to call a foul.
It's on 2.
And they're going to call it on number 2, Cheyenne Downer.
That's a good foul if you're Yuba. Is
Yeah.
it free throws? No, that's not free throws.
No, I believe that is only
foul.
that's only the first foul that I think Yuba's committed here in this 4th quarter.
That's a really good foul right there. Not giving up an easy fast break point.
So now Solano will have the ball behind the basket. So Alexander is inbounding. Pass over to Sanchez. Gets to Wilburn. Back to Steinman. She thought about the 3 and just throws it out of bounds. A tough turnover there for Solano.
That's tough. That's tough.
So just under 6 minutes to go here. Solano has yet to score a point here in this 4th quarter. And they're going to call travel there on Edwards Wallace as she did walk a little forward. Coach trying to tell her, look, set your triple threat. One of the basic fundamentals of basketball.
That's the first thing you learn when you're in Little League. That's tough.
So that's a break caught there for Solano as they will inbound it. Talia Grady will take the ball up. Sanchez for 3. No good. Offensive rebound up by Samantha Miller. Good hustle. Miller drives in. Gets doubled. Has to pass back out to Sanchez. Sanchez drives in. Tough shot. Oh. Just goes out. And an offensive rebound by Wilburn, but a tough block by Fisalou.
It was a slap on the wrist. And I got to knock these free throws down. 5 minutes left.
They do call it a foul, so that will be Fisalou's 4th foul.
Got to start hitting your shots if you're Solano now. They're playing good defense. They're just not getting shots to go.
So Kamani Wilburn. She's like almost the same exact player, I feel like, as Jeremiah Cardwell on the men's team.
Yeah.
They're both such good hustlers on the boards, good at second chance points, but they just cannot shoot from the free throw line consistently. As she goes 0 for 1, 0 for 2 from the line for Kamani Wilburn. As Solano still yet to score a point as we're hitting the 5-minute mark here in this 4th quarter.
think every team needs a shooting coach.
So Gibson passes it over to Whitright. Whitright drives to the left, guarded by Steinman.
Good defense from her.
And a good steal by Samantha Miller, and a good job getting it away from that sideline out of bounds. And they're going to fight for it. Jump ball.
Wow.
And that's going to be Solano ball.
Good break.
Great job by Samantha Miller right there to get that turnover.
Yeah, Crystal Morning Guns Briggs coming back in. Hasn't really done much since that injury. Hope she's okay. But for Yuba to close this one out, they're going to need her to have a great game. Close this one.
Grady drives in. Samantha Miller, corner three. Can't get it to go. Steinman with the offensive rebound, though. Sanchez will reset. 15 seconds.
Nice move.
Drives in, spin move.
Foul.
No good.
I'm surprised there wasn't a foul called there.
So Solano has gotten a lot of second chance opportunities here, especially in this fourth quarter, but just cannot convert.
Can't get him to go.
Whitright, top key, gives over to Wallace. She drives in, has to stop her dribble. Briggs, guarded by Wilburn. In the low post, just rolls out, but gets offensive rebound, and they'll call a foul. Curious to see if that was on the ground.
Foul's going to go against Solano, number 32.
And that is going to be called on the floor.
Checking in for the Falcons, number 10, Jaden Reed.
And Solano will make a sub as Hillary Steinman will sub out for Jaden Reed. Gibson passes it into Fisalou. Guarded by Sanchez. Oh, and loses the ball. Good job by Samantha Miller to have active hands. She's driving in. Another call, offensive foul on Samantha Miller, even though the shot went in. Solano will not get the bucket.
It looked like her feet were moving. I don't know about that call.
Yeah, that's a questionable call in my opinion.
Man, that's tough.
That would have been Solano's first field goal.
That changes the game.
Yeah, that's game. Yeah.
And almost stolen there by Sanchez, but Fisalou able to recover it. And Whitright fakes the three. Wallace now with the ball, open for three. And Yuba looking to just kind of drain this clock down a little bit. 3.5 minutes to go now.
Good block.
And a good block there. I believe that was Sanchez getting the block, and Grady gets the rebound. And she's getting trapped, has to pass it out, and good pass to Wilburn. Got to get past half court. And you do with Samantha Miller. Miller driving in and just gets tripped up by Edwards-Wallace. I believe that's her 5th foul, so she will have to come out the game as she is on the floor.
Foul's going to go against Yuba, number 22.
Looks like she's hurting.
Yeah, she looks hurt.
Now subbing in is Crystal Medina. I believe will be coming in for Yuba.
We'll be taking an injury timeout.
And we'll have an injury timeout for Talia Edwards-Wallace.
Drew, if you're Solano here, what do you look for these next 3 minutes? What looks are you looking for?
Man, I'm looking to try to just get inside with Natalia Sanchez. I mean, she's been able to just blow by her defender all game. And then from there, I trust her decision to either decide to kick out or, hit the low man with Kimani Wilburn, or to just take the layup herself,
Yeah.
So for me, she's really, when Solano's been winning the game, it's been when Natalia Sanchez has been doing her thing. And I need her in these last couple minutes to really just be herself and win this game for the Solano.
I think you keep the pressure going with the full court press as well. Keep pressure on this ball. Create turnovers. You need them. It's 3 minutes, and when it's this close of a game, it's hard to get points. And I think I agree with you. When it comes to the offensive side, give Natalia Sanchez the ball and let everyone figure out the rest. And Samantha Miller has been a key part
100%.
to this fourth quarter right now, and that questionable call might change things. So, and Yuba just needs to keep up their pressure on defense. And I mean, even if they don't make a shot the rest of the game, they can also allow Solano to only get 4 points and they still win. So it's not like it's really about time management if you're Yuba.
So Talia Edwards-Wallace will walk back to the sideline. Did end up fouling out anyways, so she will not be coming back in the game. Finished with 5 points and 8 rebounds. But now Samantha Miller going to the line. Misses the first one. Man, it just seems like nothing can go through the hoop right now for Solano.
Have to have those.
Yeah, and without Edwards Wallace for these last 3 minutes, I mean, that's critical for Yuba. She's been playing a great game. Hopefully she's okay. It looks like she was holding her head. Hopefully it's nothing serious.
So Samantha Miller goes 1 for 2 from the line. Solano scores their first point of this fourth quarter with 3 minutes to go. They're down by 5. As Yuba going to pass the ball around, try and waste this clock, it looks like. Gibson top key. This crowd's starting to get into it.
You cannot foul here if you're Solano.
Briggs pass into Gibson, and they're called travel as she tried to go into the post. So turnover there by Yuba. Solano will now have possession.
That's good defense right there, not fouling.
Grady taking the ball up, pass over to Samantha Miller. She's guarded by Whitright. Miller pass over to Grady. Gets the defender to jump on the pump fake. And there's going to be a foul called on Morning Gun Briggs. That's going to be her 4th.
Wow.
So now she will have 4 fouls along with Fissalou, and they're already missing Edwards Wallace.
If she is fouled out, that is the most crucial part of their team right now.
So Solano gets this shot clock reset, 20 seconds. Clea Grady almost had a shot there in the corner. See Alexander gives it to Samantha Miller. 10 seconds left on the shot clock. Mid-range shot is good. Wow. Samantha Miller coming up huge here in this fourth quarter for Solano.
Much needed.
Now down by 3. Timeout called by Solano.
I like the timeout. Get collected for these last 2 minutes. You're down by 1 possession, and get your team locked in the right mindset for the last 2 minutes. And Drew, if you're Yuba, what do you tell your team right now?
I just got to tell them, we've been in this game all game. We're not going to give up right here when the game goes down. It doesn't matter, who's in the game or who's not. We know we could win this game. And, we just got to keep attacking the paint, keep grabbing the offensive rebounds, and keep putting up and making shots when those second chance buckets.
Yuba was up by 12, I believe. And, they just kind of barely held on to the lead for this last half. But they need to score at least one more bucket those last 2 minutes, because this Solano team is too talented offensively to not score in the clutch. And it's going to come down to who has the better players. And I think who wants it more, and we'll see who comes out on top.
Yeah, and Samantha Miller, not only has she scored the only points for Solano in this fourth quarter, but she's come up with a lot of huge turnovers, playing good defense. They're going to need not only her, but Natalia Sanchez, Kamani Wilburn, the rest of the team to step up here in these last 2 minutes as Solano's down by 3.
Absolutely.
Yuba has the ball.
After the timeout, it'll be Yuba's ball.
Full court press.
The passes into Gibson. She's already getting trapped. Good defense here by Solano.
Wow.
And
good timeout.
Yuba's going to call a timeout here. That was great defense by Solano.
I think if you're Solano, you wanted to do that earlier. You have that's what I was talking about. If you put pressure on them, make them think twice. And, they just had to do it right there. And if you're Yuba, you open up the court a little bit more.
Yeah, so the scoring tonight has been really all over the place for Solano. Talia Grady leading the team with 11 points. Samantha Miller and Kamani Wilburn also got 10 right behind her. Talia Sanchez, we've talked about her being a big contributor. She's only 3 for 12, but she's got 8, 4, and 4 tonight. Yeah. But I think the offense she's been able to create, definitely want to have her getting the ball if you're on offense for Solano. But if you're Yuba right now, you just want to get the ball past half court.
Yeah, and to me, Samantha Miller has just really been the game changer for Solano in the second half. Again, she has 8 points, but in my opinion, I think she got, I think she could have had an and one there. Yeah. That got taken away from her.
I think it would have.
Yeah, that was a good call, because we've seen a couple teams do that over our last couple broadcasts, as you can pass it into someone while they're going out of bounds. And if they're out of bounds, they can still pass it in. But right there, her foot was still in bounds. Good call by the referee right there.
Wow.
Solano ball.
That's crazy.
Sanchez with the ball now.
You don't need a 3.
Dangerous pass over to Samantha Miller.
Ooh, they want it though.
Sanchez and Miller going back and forth. Good job on the mid-range shot to get it open, but no good.
That's great hustle by Lucia Alexander. Keep this possession alive.
Alexander did get the offensive rebound. It's Lee Grady now. Passes over to Sanchez. 10 seconds left on the shot clock. Good pass by Sanchez. Lee Grady for 3. It's good. Ties up this game. A minute 30 left. And we got a tie game here at Solano College.
Oh my goodness.
Beautiful shot from Tylea Grady. I feel like she's just one of the clutchest players on this team, really. If you need a bucket, you go to Tylea Grady.
That shot was hotter than a hibachi girl. That was crazy right there.
And so now a team that was only shooting about like 15% from 3 tonight. Tylea Grady comes up huge on the second chance opportunity, and Solano ties up this game.
And you know, when it's a 3-point stalemate and either team just can't get one to save their life, when one of them finally falls, it feels like a nuke. And there you totally felt it. Loudest I've seen this crowd tonight.
That's how it used to be in the NBA. Like the NBA 3 was so rare for a while until it got very common. But it was just that 1 3 that would go in every 2 minutes would just light up the whole game. And just like there, it's exciting basketball. And so that's what you love to see.
What looked like Yuba was going to almost get the win here when they're up 49-43 with 3 minutes left. Solano has tied it on a 6-0 run. They've scored 6 points in this fourth quarter, and they've scored 6 straight. Now Yuba has to get the ball past half court here. Gibson, and does get on a good screen.
Got to get the ball to Fasalu.
Fasalu, good pass over to Gibson. And Samantha Miller falls down. No foul call. Witt. Three-point shot is no good from Whitwright. And now Solano.
A chance to take the lead.
Pushing the pace. A chance to take the lead indeed, Mason. Sanchez. Good pass over to Miller. Grady. Back over to Alexander. Reset with Lee Grady. 15 seconds left on the shot clock. We've hit seconds here on this play clock. 55 seconds to go.
Go to work.
Grady drives in. Oh, what a tough bucket by Tylea Grady. Gives Solano the lead.
Got to get a stop here. Just stay pressed up.
Fasalu with the ball. Nonchalantly kind of keeps that ball away from Sanchez. Briggs puts up the tough shot. It goes. Tie game. 34 seconds left now. Solano can hold this with about 4 seconds left on the clock. But Sanchez pushing the pace. And they're going to call foul.
Keep your TVs on, folks. Oh, my goodness.
They're going to call foul on Yuba.
Oh, my goodness.
And she's going to go to the line for 2, as that does put Solano in the bonus.
Oh, my goodness.
So this gives Sanchez a chance to give Solano the lead.
And Solano, man, they have fought back in this game.
Just
when it looked bleak.
Just like in the men's game versus Napa, free throws could win you this game. And gotta hit them.
That was a huge foul because that was on Emma Fisalou, and that was her 5th foul, so she's now fouled out of this game.
Wow.
Sanchez's first free throw just goes out of the basket.
She's got to hit one.
So it's still a tie game here with 27 seconds left. And this will be a crucial rebound, saying Sanchez misses it right here. Looking to give Solano the lead, though. Second free throw is good. Gives Solano a 1-point cushion.
Wow.
And Yuba will call timeout.
This game has had everything you would want. Wow.
And now without Fisalou or Wallace in the game, Yuba's got to try and find something on offense here to get a bucket.
Yeah, I mean, Mason, as a coach yourself, where would you go with this? You got 27 seconds on the shot clock. You're gonna, I mean, you gotta hold it for that whole 27 seconds, right? You can't let Solano get the ball back.
I think I give it to, I find a play for Morning Gun. It just depends on the look that the defense gives me, but what I would be drawing up right now is a screen and roll.
Yeah.
And if that's not open, give it to my guard and get a quick post touch. And if you're Solano, you double team that or foul. I'd rather foul and trust that they're not going to make the free throws, but I think if you're Solano, you let anyone else beat you other than Gun. And if you're Yuba, you just got to get something quick.
Yeah.
or just take up the whole time.
Crystal Morning Gun Briggs does have 18 points. That's their second leading scorer tonight. She's shooting 8 for 15 from the field, which is pretty good.
Yeah,
considering how everyone's played tonight.
Yeah, looking at the rest of the Yuba players on the court right now, I mean, we're looking at 5 points, 0 points, 2 points, 2 points, and then you have Crystal Morning Guns Briggs with 18 of those. So, I mean, you got to get her the ball here.
Inbounding the ball.
And their last points that they scored, it was Crystal Morning Guns Briggs, who just took it herself, you know? So
yeah, kind of ended that Solano run where they took the lead, tied up that game. Now they're down by 1, 22 seconds left. Gibson has the ball. She's screened by Briggs, excuse me. Gibson rolls the ball off her foot, is stolen by Samantha Miller.
You got a foul.
Just hold it.
And Solano's going to call timeout with 13 seconds left, up by 1. What a huge mistake there from Yuba. Turn the ball over.
And I'm not sure. I mean, in that possession there, Crystal Morning Guns Briggs didn't even touch the ball. I mean, you got to get the ball to her.
I think that play was developing still.
Yeah.
I don't think they were looking to create.
No post game. We don't have a camera set up.
And I think
Dude, call the hottest of a
and
killing me. So funny.
when you have her inbounding the ball, it doesn't work. You can't have your main player with the most points inbound the ball. You have to have them set up in their position.
I think they were trying to set up a pick and roll, but Gibson kind of dribbled too far out to the left right there off the screen from Briggs, kind of causing the turnover.
I mean, I get with, traditional drawn-up plays, you give it to the point guard, and the point guard gives it to the center because you trust the point guard's ball handling skills. But in this situation, I think I trust Crystal Morning Guns Briggs' ball handling skills more than any other player on Yuba on the floor right now.
Yeah, so now Solano has the ball off the timeout. Up by 1, 13 seconds left.
They have to foul.
They give it to Talia Grady. And Yuba does foul. 2 seconds come off the clock, so now 10.9. And Grady will go to the line for 2.
You gotta. I used to almost tackle people to foul because those 2 seconds are gonna matter in this game. So you want to foul as soon as possible.
And Talia Grady, not a great free throw shooter, only 54% from the line. First one is short.
That's okay.
So still a 1 point game, excuse me.
Gotta hit this one. You do not want to lose on a game winner.
Talia Grady with the 1 point lead. Makes the second one. Gives them a 2 point cushion. Yuba's gonna push the pace. Gibson, 8 seconds.
Give it a 20.
7 seconds. And they're called foul on Sanchez, I believe, but that does not put them in the bonus.
Nope.
As that is only the 4th foul by Solano here in the 4th quarter. Clock is at 6.1 seconds now. Gibson inbounding the ball here for Yuba. And the pass is tipped on the inbound by Sanchez. Got a foul if you're Yuba, and they do with 2.7.
Wow.
What a steal by Natalia Sanchez.
Man, I mean, she's just so great in the passing lanes, just being able to get those steals. That's just her game, and she came through huge.
Yeah, and this crowd has lit up in these last 2 minutes, and right there, they love that one. And now Natalia Sanchez will go to the line for 2, trying to ice this game.
And again, you just need one.
Yeah, Yuba hasn't hit one three-point shot tonight.
Get in there.
And first one is good, bounces in for Sanchez.
This one wins the game.
But Borchard saying no foul. Sanchez misses the free throw and gets her own rebound. And they're going to foul her again with 1.4. That might just do it, but she did roll her ankle, it looks like, while she was getting fouled.
Wow.
But
You got to get a body on
one
her.
free throw, and that ices this game with 1.4 seconds to go for Solano to try and improve to 7-2 in conference play and 12-9 on the year.
Dang.
Free throw's good, gives Solano a 4-point cushion.
Game over. Wow, what a game.
I just want to point out, Solano has scored 12 points in the span of, I think, 2.5 minutes because they had 0 points for the longest time in this 4th quarter. And the second free throw is good for Sanchez. And that'll just about do it as Solano steals a win here at home against Yuba, 56-51. And the crowd is loving it here.
Yuba's foul trouble got him in this game. It lost him the game. And just the poise from this Solano team won them the game.
Yeah, I mean, I love what I saw in that fourth quarter. Really, in that whole entire crunch time, I mean, Talia Grady was so aggressive in the end, and with 17 points. And then, you got Natalia Sanchez, who was just all over the place, probably my player of the game, as well as Samantha Miller. I mean, that was just a three-headed beast for the Falcons that won them this game. However, if I were going to say something, maybe a little critique.
Yeah.
Damn, not gonna lie, I forgot what I was gonna say. They won. That's a great game.
My critique on Solano would be the pace of their offense. It was shaky, and they weren't getting fluid with their offense early on. And in the second half, they were not getting consistent looks. And I think they just ended up just winning because of talent and effort. Yeah. And Yuba, they came in and they executed their game plan, but they just fouled too much, and they had their two key players foul out, and that's tough.
Yeah, and Solano showed great fight to end this game, taking the win 56-51. They improved to 12-9 as Yuba falls to 6-14. My name is Holden Beers, and alongside me for this game, Mason Flores and Drew Kirby on the call for tonight's game. It's been a great one here at Solano College. Hope everyone else has a good night. Until next time, take care.